Hello everyone, this is Aman this side, co-founder and CEO of FlowScale AI. Today I'm recording this video to showcase something that we have been working on and we were able to quickly build also. So first I'm going to be starting from showing a simple workflow, let's say a 3D text to image generation, text to 3D generation workflow, and something that we have built to extend this into something which is much more artist friendly. So this is our core platform, nothing new here. You can see the ComfyUI section where we have the flow scale nodes. Um, One is using the Hunyuan 3D text to 3D model, open source model, and the load text is where we are loading the prompt, and this is for preview, and this is the output configuration of our flow scale node, which I have configured. So once this is saved, that means our workflow is now configured for deployment and deployment as an API and as a playground user interface. So nothing new here, like we used to do before. I'm just going to click on the button deploy. Now, when I click on deploy, you can see the options which are available for the pods that are available for deployment. I'm going to select CPU pod because I'm using this API behind the Hunyon 3D workflow. The node I'm using actually an API. So I'm just simply going to deploy this. You can see the configuration here. The inputs and outputs are well configured. I'm going to deploy this. Now, once this is deployed, there you go. Once it is deployed, the API endpoints are going to be visible over here like this. And you can also see the deployed workflow. If you want to use the API, you can definitely go ahead and simply use the API and call this workflow from this workflow ID. Or you can use the playground, which is this playground. Now I can use this to run the workflow from here, and the outputs will be shown here. And the URL of this can also be copied and sent to anyone. And this is well password protected. So this is something that you can just share, and the password is something that you can copy from here. That is the API key that also acts as a password, and you can simply share that. But this is nothing new. So the new part is actually this. Now, this is something that we have been working on for some time. We call it the AI OS that we have been creating for creative teams out there. What we have been noticing is that all the tools which are available out there, be it Firefly, Midjourney, anything, all those tools at the end of the day are proprietary tools, and the data is always being stored on their servers, on their databases. But the creative teams that we have been interacting with want things offline and would love to see similar capabilities, similar user experiences offline. So what we have been building is something like that. So there are multiple tools here, but today I'm going to show this one tool that we were able to build within one day, and that's not pure vibe coding magic. There is a lot that is behind that. So for now, I'll just show you what we have come up with. I'll click on AI Canvas, and here you go. Now, what you can see here is a list of canvases. I have been working on these few canvases here, but I'm going to create a new one. So let's say 3D assets experiments. Just call it that. Create a canvas. Let's open this. Amazing. So what you see in front of you is a blank canvas, very much like you see in Figma, Adobe Firefly, and other tools like that. But the interesting part is this. The tool that we deployed on FlowScale core platform is now available here as a tool. Now, when I click on this, based on the configuration that we had done previously, you can see this tool is now visible here and is very much accessible. So let's build something. Let's create a ship. Let's click on run generation and let's wait. So as you can see, the generation is completed. Now let me just drag this onto the canvas, and it's loading, and there you go. You can see a ship here, and this is very much movable, can also be zoomed in, zoomed out. So this is now a fully ready 3D asset. And similarly, I can create more 3D assets and arrange them here. Now, this is not the only thing that can be done here. There are other tools also available. For example, I can create a board and I can organize everything in that board. Let's say I want to add a text here, and I'll just type my mood board. Let me just select this and make it, let's say, 46 or something. So now you can see there is a mood board that is fully ready. And take it backwards. There you go. You can see a mood board is now fully ready. I can arrange my items here also, just like this. And when needed, we can also, there are more things here, like, I can add boundaries and everything. There are more design related stuff, like I can create rectangles, ellipse, and other shapes over here, which are like the default things that you can get in a canvas. But the main thing is to be able to export this. I can export it as a PNG, JPEG, or PDF, or if we want, we can simply share this through a link. Now, this is a basic version of the canvas which we have created. Imagine creating multiple tools using ComfyUI, and each ComfyUI workflow is now acting, let's say, as a tool. You can arrange them, you can do a lot of work in a collaborative manner with your team, and all of this is happening on premise locally. This is not going, the data is not going anywhere, it's not leaving your premises. Now, that is something that we have been working upon. Apart from this, in this OS, we also allow user-based configurations, so you can definitely make basically manage access control to your team members from here. This is basically the number of people, let's say, who are in the current workspace of this OS. Apart from this, you can also integrate, let's say, this OS with multiple tools like Slack, Google Drive, Notion, GitHub, in some cases Maya, Nuke. So we also provide integrations, but this is something which is highly custom tailored. So we custom tailor this according to the needs of our clients and our customers. So I hope you liked what I had to show you, and I hope you find some ideas in and ways in which you can imagine this in your infrastructure. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any use case that you would like to see in this OS, and would like to see in your infrastructure. Or feel free to reach out to me if you have any other questions related to this. I'll be sharing more stuff, more interesting stuff like this. And also definitely feel free to reshare and repost this if you really liked it. And I'll see you again, guys. Bye bye.